This is Blackout BAP, and this is Blackout Wrestling. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to black, and we're going to talk about 3 wrestling legends who have passed over the past 3 months. That's a, no pun intended, that's a double entendre, past. And first we're going to talk about one of the greatest tag teams in the history of professional wrestling, the Wild Samoans, the Anawai's. 2 of the founders of that huge Samoan family, the one that The Rock belongs to, the one that Rikishi belongs to, and one that the big dog of today, Roman Reigns and the Usos belong to, the Anawai family. And we know that Sika, who was the father of Roman Reigns, the big dog, passed away a month ago. Rest in peace from Blackout Wrestling. Sika, we give our condolences to the Usos, to the Roman Reigns, to the entire family. And just this past week, his brother, Afa, who ran a training school right here in the state of Pennsylvania, which brought forth superstars like Billy Kidman, who was in WCW in the 90s. He passed away a month after his brother. So definitely prayers going out to the Anawai family. And another superstar of old that maybe today's generation isn't too familiar with, but you know of his influence, you know of his legacy, was the diabolical Kevin Sullivan. Now, I'll be honest with you, Kevin Sullivan was the wrestler that I was the most afraid of as a child. Why? Because when I was a kid, he was feuding with Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, baby, father of Cody Rhodes, the current WWE champion, in Florida. Even though he had a thick Boston accent, because Kevin Sullivan was from Boston, but he was packaged, he was gimmicked as a man that worshipped the devil. And I was deathly afraid of this man. More than Abdullah the Butcher, more than the Sheik, more than Kane, more than Undertaker, more than Baron Von Raschke. He was the person that scared me the most. And he was famous for being an influential, almost cult-like leader. Now, where have you seen his influence? You saw it in the Attitude Era. Now, what Kevin Sullivan would do is he would take different wrestlers, he would put his spell on them and transform them. So he would change their gimmicks. Mark Lewin, he became Maniac Mark Lewin and then became the Purple Haze. We saw this with The Undertaker in the 90s with the Ministry of Darkness, where he took King Mabel and he made him into Viscera. He took the Godwin and he made him into Midian. And nowadays, people are more familiar with who? A cult-like leader called Bray Wyatt, who also was known as The Fiend. Rest in peace to Bray Wyatt, the former Wyndham Rotunda. He also had a cult-like following with the Wyatt family, and now we see his influence even a year after his passing with the Wyatt Six. So from Blackout Wrestling, this is Blackout BAP. We're going back to black, talking about Kevin Sullivan, talking about the Wild Samoans, Afa and Sika. We're saying rest in peace to these wrestling legends, and stay tuned for more Blackout.
Bravo 6, go talk.
Blackout.